Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Video number 2 on the day because there's some fresh news and some big rumors out there in the internet streets. So we're going to hit it all coming up on today's show. Speaking of coming up, Teven Jenkins spoke to the media today, talked about seizing an opportunity with his move to the right guard position. We'll explore that and talk about how Teven Jenkins has really handled everything over the past few weeks for the Chicago Bears. But just right when we were about to film, this news dropped. Ari Meroff, a couple other reporters tweeted out that Denzel Mims, Jets wide receiver, has requested a trade from the team. Former second-round pick out of Baylor would like a fresh start. Here's Denzel Mims' agent in a post sending this out. It's just time. Denzel tried in good faith, but it's clear he does not have a future with the Jets. He has been given no opportunities with the starting offense to get in a groove with them. We feel at this point a trade is our only option since the Jets have told us repeatedly that they will not release him. Gotta wonder if Ryan Poles would have interest here in bringing in a guy like Denzel Mims. He's only played 2 years in the NFL, certainly has been banged up a bit, has not had a ton of success, but I think he fits the profile that Poles likes. We'll explore that in just a moment. While we don't know if Poles is interested, are you? Do you have any interest in trading for Denzel Mims? Type T for trade, type P for pass. If you're wondering what the value could be, think the N'Keal Harry late-round pick, maybe even a conditional pick is possible, but let us know your off-the-bat reaction, T for trade or P for pass. Now, through 2 years, Mims has only been healthy or active at least for 20 games in 2 seasons, less than 50% catch rate on targets. Now, I'm sure a lot of that is due to inconsistent quarterback play, 31 catches, 490 yards. No touchdowns, not exactly ideal for a guy who came out of Baylor with some high hopes. Now, you look at the Bears wide receiver depth chart, and again, I mean, we've harped on this all offseason. After Darnell Mooney, it's very much up in the air. Equanimous St. Brown's had a big camp, but that hasn't really translated to game days. He's certainly a guy to watch this weekend. Byron Pringle's been banged up. Velus Jones has been in and out of the lineup. Guys like Tajae Sharpe have had to step in and make plays. Denzel Mims fits the athletic profile that Poles likes. He's big and he's fast. That is what Poles and Eberflus like. Really good athletes. Imagine that. They want to get guys who can run on the field at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens here, but Denzel Mims has requested a trade from the New York Jets. Still has 2 years left on his rookie contract. If you can get him for super cheap, could be an opportunity for a fresh start for a talented young player. Now, while trading for Denzel Mims, maybe you don't feel great about it. You should feel great about the FGB movement we've started here at Chicago Bears Now because F Green Bay, no one likes the Packers, not on this channel. If you want to pick up an FGB t-shirt today, I suggest you do so now because the Bears play the Packers week 2 and you want to be repping your gear, right? Chatsports.com/FGB. That link will be in the comments and in the description. Pick up your shirt today. We sold over 40 of these bad boys, more than any other channel has sold their gear. So let's keep the movement going. Told my boss we'd sell 100 plus. I think we're going to get there. Chatsports.com/FGB. Pick up your shirt today. All right, let's get to the injury report now. Coming out of practice today and heading into this weekend's game against the Cleveland Browns. 4 receivers that are banged up. N'Keal Harry, Byron Pringle, Velus Jones Jr., Tajae Sharpe, all did not practice today. You look at the rest of the injury report. Treston Ebner did not practice. Lucas Patrick was out as he continues to nurse a hand injury. Jaquan Brisker with that thumb injury. Those guys are hopeful for week 1, but we'll see. Thomas Graham Jr. hasn't practiced in about a month at this point. Tavon Young's continued to miss a lot of time. Jalen Jones wasn't out there. Mario Edwards, Angela Blackson, a lot of bodies down for this game, and especially at that receiver position in a game where we expect to see Justin Fields play most of, if not the entire first half. You'd like to have a few more weapons for him out there in this game, but at least you'll have Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet. We'll see if David Montgomery plays. He practiced. Khalil Herbert returned to practice. So did Kyler Gordon, so those are a couple of positive signs, but unclear how many of those other 12 players who missed practice today if they'll be able to play or not this weekend. Are you concerned about the volume of injuries? None of them have been super major. N'Keal Harry has been one of the bigger ones. Obviously, Doug Kramer had a season-ending injury, but you're going to have a couple of those in camp. But you've had like up to 25 of your 90 players, what was once 90, now 80 players on your roster, deal with something and miss some time. That's a decent amount. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Are you concerned about the volume of injuries for the Bears? Let us know down in the comments section. Is Cole Kmet going to have a big role in the Bears offense? I certainly think so, and so does ESPN fantasy football analyst Matt Bowen high on the third-year tight end. He had this to say in a little article he wrote up for ESPN.com. He said, Kmet has been my offseason sleeper at the position due to an anticipated increase in red zone volume. Last season, Kmet saw a total of just 6 end-zone targets and didn't record a single touchdown reception. Look for those numbers to climb this year with the departure of veteran tight end Jimmy Graham. After Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet is the most capable player you have as a receiving option on this football team right now. Now, you've got other guys like Byron Pringle's done some things in this league. Tajae Sharpe has done some things in this league. We're hopeful for Velus Jones Jr. We'll see about Equinemius St. Brown. There's other players, but I think Kmet, coming off a 60-catch, 600-plus yard season, he's the most proven after Darnell Mooney. So, yeah, I expect a bigger role. This offense utilizes the tight end quite a bit. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that Kmet could have his best season of his career. We'll talk more about the third-year tight end in a moment, but let's keep the momentum going here at Chicago Bears now. We're less than 700 subscribers away from 51,000 here on the channel. Crossed 50,000 during our last watch party. We'll be live for another watch party this Saturday night against the Cleveland Browns, so join us for that. Also, daily videos, sometimes multiple videos per day, more often than not recently. The latest Bears news, rumors, loaded training camp that just came to an end. Now we're ramping up for the season. Stay up to date with the latest around the Bears by subscribing to Bears Now. Kmet's first 2 years, the reason I'm high on him is he took a big leap last year. Sure, he didn't have the touchdown production because Matt Nagy was weirdly obsessed with Jimmy Graham last year. But, F. Nagy in the chat, by the way, 60 catches, though, 612 yards in that garbage-ass offense a year ago. That's not nothing. Like, that's pretty significant to me. Mooney goes for over 1,000. These two guys are going to be your two primary targets, I think. I have high expectations for Cole Kmet. I really do. I think 700, 800 yards and a handful of touchdowns is a reasonable expectation. It doesn't mean he's going to get there, but he more than doubled his yardage. He more than doubled his catches. Now it's about finding the end zone more. That is what needs to be the focus for Cole Kmet within this offense, and if he can do that, that means more points for the Bears. That means bigger role for him, and everybody is happy. So fill in the blank. Cole Kmet will have blank touchdowns this year. What do you think? 2 his first year, 0 last year. Give me 4 or more. 4 or more touchdowns, I'll be pretty happy. 70 catches, 750 yards, and 4 touchdowns. We happy with that? I think that'd be a pretty good year for Cole Kmet. All right, let's talk Teven Jenkins. We teased it earlier. He said the past month has obviously been a, quote, roller coaster as he's really dealt with everything over the last few weeks at Bears training camp and now leading up to this third preseason game. Here's what he had to say in further detail. He says it's been like a roller coaster, a mix of emotions for me from going from third-team right tackle to second-team right guard. Now I'm starting right now. It's about seizing an opportunity, which I like that attitude from Teven Jenkins. He could have folded. He could have, requested a trade, pouted out, and moved on with his career with another team, but he didn't do that. He put his head down, got to work, noticed that right guard was an opportunity. I'm sure the Bears sat him down and was like, hey, we don't feel good about this position. Do you want to try it out there? So give it a go. And he has seized it within a couple days, started the last preseason game there, played really well. He's going to start again there in Cleveland on Saturday. And if all goes well, I expect him to be the week 1 starting right guard, which I would have told you were crazy if you told me that even just 2 weeks ago, how quickly things can change in the NFL. He was asked why he believes he's been able to transition to this position so easily. At least it looks easy. Obviously, it's not. He says, my physicality, pointed to his physicality, and that's kind of what his calling card was coming out of Oklahoma State. He's a mauler type of offensive lineman, and at the guard position, you don't just think, you react. He talked about that, too. He says at tackle, you've got more space. Things take longer to develop. At guard, you kind of just go, and he pointed to his physicality as being something that really, really has helped him out. So I'm excited. He's excited. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's been able to do over the past few weeks. I mean, not in addition to all the drama with third-team reps and et cetera. He had to hear trade rumors, which he mentioned today. He also had to deal with some kind of undisclosed injury. It's been a wild month for Teven Jenkins, but if it all ends with him starting at right guard, that's pretty exciting. Let me know how excited you are. Scale it from 1 to 100. 100 being you're very excited, 1 being not at all. You want him traded or cut. I'm at like an 85. Pretty excited for the second-year player. Hopefully he ends up being a good fit at right guard. All right, jam-packed show today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. The FGB squad, rise up. Get the FGBs rolling in the comment section because that's what real ones do here at Chicago Bears. Now, we'll have another video tomorrow, and then, of course, it's game day on Saturday. Live watch party. Be out on the lookout for that. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Share that link with all your Bears friends, and we'll see you next time here on the channel.